Do you want to be able to edit clips like this?
Cheeky triple kill.
Then stick around and find out, and I'll show you exactly how to edit this, how to do your presets and everything in between. Right, okay, we're going to start off with the really basics. You've opened up Premiere Pro. Now, when you have a preset saved, like I've got done here, I've got test TikTok saved, and that's basically what I use. If I click into that and open it up, I'll already have everything in there that I need, okay, to create a new TikTok style video. And as you can see here, it is the exact size and format that you need. But what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll show you how to create one of them from scratch. Okay, for the purpose of this video, I've moved myself out the way so that you can see more of the format. When you open up Premiere Pro, most of the screen size will look like a normal YouTube video. If you go to the bottom left and double click, you should be able to drag a video in. So I'll just go for this 23 solo quad one and drag that in. When you drag that into your video here, you'll see it's on your timeline. You can hit play, you can play through, you can see all the content. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to resize this. I want this to look like a TikTok style. So if I go up to sequence settings, and then go to frame size. Now if I change the frame size to 1080 by 1920, okay, then that'll give me my TikTok format. So I've got the shape of the screen exactly how I need for a TikTok, for a YouTube short, or for a Facebook reel. Then it's a case of multiplying this layer. So we need lots of layers in order to get the true TikTok style format. So if you just click on your video and the sequence down here, you hold in the Alt button and then drag up, you get a second layer. Do that again, you get a third layer. Do it again, you get a fourth layer. So for the purpose of this, I want 4 layers, because I want to kind of spread them out, and that's how I normally do it. I normally do it in 4 layers. So the first one I've got here, so I've got my presets set out. So if I was just to drag these on, background blot to the bottom one, background position to the bottom one, that'll give me that background that you see in most of the TikToks, which is a wee bit blurry and it takes up most of the screen. Then the second level I'm going to use is my game position. So that's kind of showing most of your gameplay. Then I've got 2 other ones. The next one up will be my cam crop and my cam position. So each of these presets will do something different, and that's putting my camera in a position and cropping it exactly how I need. And then the last layer, which sometimes you don't even need, is for your kills. So if you want to have your kills shown in the top right hand screen, you can drag in your kill crop to here. Oh, undo that, sorry. Your kill crop into here, and your kill position into here. Okay, so that's my wee kill crop there. If I just scroll forward to while I'm in a game, show you how it looks. Move it along a bit, there you go. 15 kills, so that'll show you that is pretty much how the layout will look once you're finished. Okay, once you're finished, you've dragged all those in. Now you're probably thinking, how do I do these presets? How do I name them? How do I set them all up? I'm going to show you that in the next segment, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is when I've got them set up, how I can drag it and drop, and then I can go, right, okay, here's my 18 kill solo quad game. Right, so just want to show you how easy it is and how good it looks. I say 18 kill, it was a 21 kill game. 22, 23. Okay, it was a 23 kill game. Apologies. I'm doing myself a misjustice here. Okay, now let's sort out the presets. Okay, so for our first preset, obviously we're going to hide these 3 top layers, because you only want to see 1 layer at a time, and it just makes it easier, a wee bit more simpler. So if you're on your base layer, the first thing you want to do, so each layer I have 2 presets on. One is positioning and one is for crop. Now, the ones that I use in the base layer are positioning and blur, because that's the only layer that I'll use a blur on, and I don't need to crop it. So if I go to my first layer and I just play about with the scale until it roughly fits the screen, I think that's took up the whole of the screen, then that's it. That's the setup. For the scale, you can either input the numbers or you can drag it left and right to make it smaller and bigger. And obviously dragging it right is the easiest way to do it. So roughly 275 scale, and that takes up the full screen. If you go to motion above here and just right click and save a preset. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm just going to save this preset as base layer 1 or background 1. Okay, So if I press OK, then that's been saved as a preset. Now, if I was just to go back as if the video was there and I was starting again, when I go into my folders here, you'll see base layer up in the top right. Top right is set. We've got base layer. If I just drag that onto this base layer, boom, it will automatically fix it the position. And that's why I'm saying these are really important for making it quicker for creating videos. If you're making a lot of videos, it's really time consuming. So these wee presets can save you a ton of time, an absolute ton of time, but just drag and drop. If I just undo it, there we go. We've got our preset with base layer. Just drag it onto the bottom layer. Boom, let it go. That saves so much time when you've got lots and lots of presets. Now for me, that's 4 layers, and that's 2 presets for every layer. Therefore, 8 presets I'm dragging in. Now, if I'm making 10 videos a weekend, that is a huge amount of time saving. So please use it, drag and drop it. So the next thing we're going to show you how to do is we're going to go into blur, right? So we need a wee blur here. So if I just search blur in my effects, there should be one called Gaussian blur, okay? Drag that onto your bottom layer again, and then you'll see here on the left hand side the blurriness, and you can just drag that to the right or to the left to make it as blurry or as not blurry as you want. Now I reckon about 30 is probably a good spot. I think that's a good level of blurriness for your background image. So again, click on the Gaussian blur, right click on there and click save preset. Now when you go to save preset, we'll save preset and we'll go base layer 2. Okay. Now if I go and look at my presets, right, and I just undo this. Now I've just reset this clip to show you exactly how easy it is with the presets. So we've got the bottom layer visible and the top 3 layers hidden just now, and we've got our 2 presets we've created, the base layer 1 and the base layer 2. Base layer 1, if I drag it down here and drop it on the bottom layer, it's going to give me that size instantly. Base layer 2, drag it down, drop it on the bottom layer, boom, it gives me the blur. Now already we've got our image set up ready for that TikTok video. Now if you just go to the second layer here and unhide it, you should be able to see the next one. So the next one's going to be a gameplay. You want to set this up as a gameplay. So again, you want one version for this really. This will only need one preset and it's really just the size. So if you click onto it to make sure you've got this this layer selected before you move it about, and just increase the size until you think it's probably about right. Now I normally put it to about 200 and then drag it down. I want just a little blur underneath and I want enough room just above so that I can see my camera. Okay, so go to about 195, drag it down a wee touch. There we go. So I'm quite happy with that in terms of positioning. So then again, what I'll do is I'll right click above motion and I'll say save preset. Now this is big gameplay layer. Okay, so let's look back at it again. We've got our bottom 2 layers set out. If we go base layer 1 on the bottom layer, gives us our background image, and base layer 2, drag that on, gives us that blur, and then we drag our gameplay layer onto the second layer. Boom, that gives us a gameplay. Now that's probably perfect for a clip. If you want to just some gameplay clip and you don't want any footage of yourself on it, then what you can do is you can move that gameplay layer up, center it a wee bit more if you don't want any camera. But if, like me, you want to have a wee camera in the top, then we're going to start looking at the next layer. So I'll unhide that. Okay, so the next layer we're going to look at is going to be your camera layer. Okay, so you're going to need 2 presets for this. You're going to need a cam position and a cam crop. Okay, so we'll unhide this 3rd layer. So we've got our footage here, and then we're going to start creating, like before, we want to start creating how that looks. Okay, so the scale of it is the first thing. So what I normally do is I normally drag it across here, make it quite big, drag it across, move it up to, I think that's roughly the right position in terms of scale. Okay, so for scale that looks pretty perfect to me. So I'll just right click on motion, I'll save the preset, and I'll do cam position. Okay, make it nice and simple that you can look back and you'll know exactly what this means. Okay, so that's cam position. I'll save that preset and then it shows up on my right hand side of my folder. Okay, so the next one what we will do is we want to go to effects and we want to search for crop. We drag our crop onto this layer. Make sure it's the layer you selected and the layer you're using. Okay, so when you've put your crop on it, you'll see it on the left hand side here, and there's two ways to do this. One, you can click on the crop and you can see there the position. You can actually drag it. Makes it nice and simple, but you can see some of it's off the screen, okay, because I've moved up there. If you just click on the numbers, so I want to go the right hand side, and I want to drag it to the left as much as I can, there you'll see it coming in. Now when it's coming in, then you can fine tune it yourself. You can say, right, okay, I want my VTOL Paul, or I don't want my VTOL Paul. I think that's probably a rough, decent position. And again, if I just right click on crop and save the preset, I'll put this as cam crop 1. Okay, save that. So there we go. As you can see, we've got a wee video there. It's got some nice background blur. It's got the camera. It's got everything set up, and you've got all your presets in the bin ready to go. Drag and drop. Boom, boom, boom. Excellent for making TikTok videos. Excellent for making YouTube shorts. Excellent for making Facebook Reels. And as I said, when you do this and you create the presets, you only need to create the presets once. They'll always be saved there. After that, you'll just go into the video. It'll already be set up in the format. You'll just be dragging and dropping those presets in, looking through the clips for the kills, for the wee bit of fun. And then if you want to add more in, you can add more later on. What I tend to do is add some sound effects, add some green screen videos, a wee bit of fun, depending on what I'm doing, add it in. Now, the next part I'm going to talk about is putting in the kill cam. Now you've figured out how to do layers. Okay, layers is very easy. You've got your 4 layers, so we'll just unhide the last layer, which will show up here. Now, depending on what you're doing, the game I play is Warzone. So what I tend to do is I tend to use my health bar or my kills. People want to see how many kills I've got while I'm playing a game, or they want to see how low or high my health is. So if we just look at kills, for example, I'll click on this top layer. I'll drag it along because I know the kills are up in the top hand right. And I'll probably position it, increase the size a wee bit, roughly there. Now you can either do the crop first, or you can do the position first. I like to do the position first to kind of see roughly where I want it to be in terms of scale. So I move it along, move it down there. Now I'm sitting on 0. Fast forward through the video, we'll probably have some more. There you go. You want it to be at a point where it's looking good in terms of kills, okay? Let me have a wee look. Yeah. Hold on. That's not right. 13. Is that 13? I can't see. Okay, when I've got the position and I think the position is right and correct for the video, just move it about a bit, adjust it slightly. Then I'll save this preset again, and this is going to be your kill. So it'll be your kill position. Okay, don't worry about the spelling because I'll delete these after. Then you've got another preset that's kill position, you can drag it on. Okay, again, we want to crop that. So up in your search bar, if you just search for crop, search bar is great for finding these. Drag it on top of your layer, and then we're going to say, okay, we want to crop this. Bring this in a wee bit. Get up there so we can see how many kills I've got. And again, the layer's far lower. So I'll just use this bottom one and drag it to the right, and you see it moving up. And then we can fine tune it. We can fine tune it and push that position. If we need to increase the size of it after it, we can do that. And say, okay, we want it to be a wee bit bigger. Okay. There we go. Happy with that. If you need to move these, then just click on the preset and resave it. Resave it. If you rename it or resave it, it'll basically create a second one for you. So you might need to delete some of the old ones you're not using. Now, as you can see, that's the video. It's set up. 2 kills there. What have we got? 8, 18, 12, 15, 21. If we're doing a wee clip like this, then my camera set up, my gameplay set up, the background blur so there's no blank space in there, it's all set up, and basically you're hitting play and good to go. Okay, so if you say, right, okay, that's me, I've got my clip, I want to get everything ready, what I normally do, just select all the clips and crop them. Crop back there, delete, click in the space and press delete. If I hit enter, it'll give me that last wee bit, and then I want to do that until I'm ready. Now if I get the clip here, and say, right, okay, I want to end just there while I'm in the plane. Okay, I'll just drag it, crop that out, delete this, and press O for out. That'll give me my clip. When you've got your gameplay clip, you say, okay, I'm happy with that. That'll do me 23 kills. It's a great wee clip. Just hit File, Export, Media, give it a wee name, call it whatever you want, and click Export, and you're good to go. Right, that's the video. That's how to edit gaming clips. If you liked the video, drop a comment, let me know what you thought. Thank you very much. Do you want to be able to edit clips like this?